Go to Rebel Porter now, handles the public address here in Indianapolis, and he'll be doing the introduction of the starting lineups.
215 from Notre Dame, number 0, Orlando Woolridge. At the other forward, 6'10", 235 from Oregon State, number 32, Steve Johnson. At center, 7 feet, 220 from Albany State, number 39, Caldwell Jones. At one guard, 6'3", 177 from Alabama, number 3, Enos Watley. And at the other guard, 6'6", 199 from North Carolina, number 23, Michael Jordan.
Well, wherever he goes, he gets a good hand. That's the Chicago Bulls, coached by Kevin Lockery, assisted by Fred Carter, Bill Blair, and Mike Tebow. The trainer is Mark Feil. The Bulls coming in tonight with a record of 5-2. Now here are the Indiana Pacers.
At one forward, 6'6", 205 from Arkansas, number 8, Tony Brown. At the other forward, 6'11", 240 from Ohio State, number 32, Herb Williams. At center, 7 feet, 250 from Missouri, number 40, Steve Stepanovich. At one guard, 6'4", 190 from Indiana, number 6, Jim Thomas. And at the other guard, 6'1", 180 from Purdue, number 14, Jerry Seasting.
Seasting apparently is suffering from a thigh bruise. There was some question as to whether he would go tonight. The Pacers are coached by George Irvin in his first year, a graduate of the University of Washington who was an assistant to Jack McKinney, assisted by Donnie Walsh, special assistant Mel Daniels, and the trainer is David Craig. They're supposed to have nearly a sellout crowd here tonight.
Well, it is a sellout. They're turning people away. One of the things you watch for in this ball game, Indiana's not a good shooting ball club. Thus far, their field goal percentage just over 45%, and that's going to be a problem for them.
All right, let's take a look at the way these teams will match up here this evening. Give you an idea what the story is going to be. The small forwards, Tony Brown and Orlando Woolridge. The big forwards, Herb Williams and Steve Johnson. At center, Caldwell Jones and Stepanovich in the middle, those two. The big guards, Jordan and Thomas, Seasting and Watley, the point guards. They'll handle it this evening. The officials, as assigned by the National Basketball Association, Paul Mahalik and Jess Thompson. And so we're ready to play basketball. The Bulls in their traveling red. It'll be Williams, 6'11". He'll be jumping. Let's see who's going to step in there for the Bulls. Caldwell Jones, 7 feet. 1 inch height advantage to the Bulls, who are moving right to left here in the first quarter of play. The ball tipped. Jones can't pick it up in the circle. The ball's to be batted out of there, which he did. And the Bulls have it. Watley covered by Seasting. We're just underway here in the opening seconds. Caldwell Jones. They'll sag and give him lots of room. Jordan. Nope, didn't go down. Tipped by Woolridge, kept it alive. Jones to the glass, missed on it, and Tony Brown is there to seal off the rebound, and he is quite a story.
And they came in as a free agent and made the ball club, and now he's the leading scorer on the Indiana Ball Club.
Very fit. That's traveling. Yep. Bounce the ball down.
What happens when a guy gets 6'11", 240 playing the point guard for you, Bill?
He was way out there.
That's the way to go, Herb. That's where you belong.
You had a long career by staying away from that area of the floor, right?
I played guard a couple times in the NBA, but
did you?
I wasn't 6'11", 240.
Here's Jordan coming out. Woolridge into the paint. Fires, misfires. The rebound comes out to Tony Brown. Ahead to Seasting. And here come the Pacers now. Nobody has scored as of yet in the game. They're just underway, and Stepanovich a push from Caldwell Jones, who tried to hold him up. And Caldwell gets his first personal foul, first team.
And that's what we were talking about earlier. Steve Stepanovich at 7 feet tall, 250, made a pretty good move.
Yeah.
He faked pretty nimbly and got inside.
He has shown an excellent head fake, and he has a good outside shot, so you really have to respect that fake because you never know if he's just going to go ahead and shoot on you. 13 to shoot. Stepanovich, Williams to the glass. Didn't quite get there, missed everything, and the rebound came out to Jones. Kevin Lockery in front of us saying, come on, let's go, and Jordan takes it all away. And a foul is called as he dropped it off the Woolridge, and this will go against Steve Stepanovich, who picks up his first personal foul.
What a dimension he brings to the ball for Michael Jordan. When the play drives to the basket, everybody goes to him, and he just lays it off to Orlando over on the side. Everybody on the floor is conscious of the fact that Michael Jordan's out there.
And everything that he is capable of doing, and for a rookie to have that kind of reputation shows how special he is. Here's Steve Johnson, ball batted away by Seasting. He got a hand in there, blocked it, knocked it out of his hand cleanly, and the Pacers on the break. Stepanovich to the goal, shot blocked in the air. Woolridge, I think, might have been Steve Johnson. Here's Watley spinning through, throws it up there, won't go down, tip, foul. Orlando Woolridge, I think, as he hits Steve Stepanovich trying to keep the ball alive.
I don't know whether it was Jones. I think it was Jones that blocked the shot. We mentioned that before the game. You go inside on him. Stepanovich tried to drive on him. If you're coming to him, Jones is going to get the ball and block it.
All right, the Pacers have it in the forecourt. We still have no score in this game. We're nearly 2 minutes old now here from Market Square. Thomas fires, he hits, and the Pacers are on the board. Took 2 minutes, nearly 2 minutes even for somebody to knock some points up there. This big board, beautiful scoreboard that hangs over Market Square Arena. We have a foul away from the ball. And Thomas called as he tried to hold up Jordan. Boy, Thomas, who's an excellent defensive player, really has a lot to handle, doesn't he?
Yeah, but Jordan can take him inside. Just Michael's down in the pivot now. He bounces out.
And here he is for the jump shot. Misses the mark. Steve Johnson with a board. Basket as he puts in the rebound. Steve Johnson puts the Bulls on the board and drew the foul in the process.
Steve Johnson is leading the NBA in field goal percentage. Always a great shooter out at Oregon. There he takes it up and lays it in.
Very nice. Johnson going for the three-point play. He came in shooting over 65% from the field. That's the best in the league. 65-3.
And what is he shooting from the free throw line?
Not as much.
63%.
That happens with a lot of big guys. Yep, Thomas lost it over the end line. Bulls get it back. We are tied in a pair.
Both clubs very sluggish thus far.
Yeah, baskets have come hard here in the early moments of this one. Kevin Lockery right in front of us wants a good set play here. I'll work the set attack. Enos Watley covered by Seasting. Jordan looking inside the post feed to Jones, trying to go in. Reverses and gets the basket. Nope. Hit the end line or no, apparently he was held on the drive. And Herb Williams draws that personal. That's his first and the team's fourth.
He makes the move, and there's the push right there. The one you would have hoped they didn't call because he went in and got a layup.
He got a nice move, didn't he? Johnson, little hand back. Watley, good head fake, got the shot off, front rims on it, and the rebound cleared by Williams. Seasting will bring it up the floor. He has Brown on his left. That's Brown now. Williams kicks it over to Seasting, looking for Stepanovich. Instead goes to Thomas, and Thomas hits another jumper, and he has all 4 of the Pacer points. It is a 4-2 Pacer lead in this game. The Bulls in the forecourt. Enos Watley hooks it to Jordan. He's going for the hoop. Blocked in the air. Williams, clean block. Clean block. And the Pacers come out with it. Seasting to Thomas. Into the lane. Williams off of the glass. No. Fight for the rebound. Came loose. The rebound shot by Brown was missed, and Steve Johnson cleared it off. Pacers don't get back on defense, and Woolridge slams one in and ties the score at 4 as the Bulls get up on the break.
Steve Johnson really came off the boards, the defensive board, strong for the Bulls on that last play.
You have done a lot of work for the Kansas City Kings.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit because you've seen him the before and after, and I want to really develop that during the game. Williams missed on the shot. Jordan. Jones, easy layup. Nice move. The Bulls take the lead, and they're beating the Pacers, who are banking on a fast break type of attack. At least that's what they showed in the exhibition campaign, but boy, there's been none of that tonight. To the moment. The Bulls have had the fast breaks. They've had 2 opportunity type of baskets here. Thomas, the fake, gets around Jordan on a nice move. The whistle sounds. Count it. Count it as Thomas puts it in, and he has all 6 Pacer points now.
You're talking about Steve Johnson as you watch Thomas make a very good one-on-one individual move. And that's classic as far as attacking a defensive man. Went to the man's weak side, attacked the front foot. Defensive man didn't have a chance.
He beat Jordan that time. Watley had to cover, and Watley got the foul, as it turned out. Here's Steve Johnson trying to penetrate. He has that good hook shot, but he's on the wrong side of the floor really to use it. He likes to come over with the right hand. Woolridge into the paint, off of the glass, whistle. Sounds, and Brown, who's trying to stay with him, draws the foul. There are a couple of post-up opportunities, it appears. Ed, you mentioned one with Jordan. Another one is this one right here with Woolridge and Brown. Take a look at it. Brown is giving him, what, 3 inches to Woolridge. Brown comes out.
And Orlando, 12th in the NBA in scoring. He's 7th as far as field goal percentage, but again, he has problems with free throwing, only hitting 65%.
Yeah, that's an Achilles heel. Off of the bench, Clark Kellogg is coming into the...
Whoops, here comes the franchise. Oh, he's a great ball player.
Oh, he really is. And this is only the second game that the Pacers have had him back. Well, that time, how about that? Woolridge knocked them both down. The Bulls now have a lead in this game, 1 point. And a timeout is going to be taken. Chicago Bulls will go and gather around Kevin Lockery. The Pacers call time, and right now it's the Bulls by a point. We'll remind you the broadcast rights to this game have been granted to Sports Vision by the Chicago Bulls solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any reproduction or other use of this program without the express written consent of Sports Vision is strictly prohibited. Bill Hazen back with Ed McCauley. And what's the story statistically?
We were talking about the game's gone off to a bit of a sluggish start. Indiana's hitting 3 for 8, 37%. The Bulls 3 for 11, 27%.
That'll gum up the works a little. Williams, look out. I thought he was going to slam it and then decided to lay it up softly. And the Pacers take the lead. Williams with his first 2. And he's the first guy other than Jim Thomas to score a basket for Indiana. Stepanovic with a steal. Boy, almost broke away. Watley took it out of his hands. Down the lane. Arching jumper. Nope, wouldn't go down. He lofted that one way up in the air. Seasting. Cross court to Thomas. That might have been intended for Stipo. But Thomas was there and more or less kind of picked it off. Seasting a long one. Jerry Seasting is rolling with his first 2, the former Purdue standout.
And this is what Kevin Lockery doesn't want to see happen. He doesn't want to see Indiana get off to a 6, 8, 10-point, streak.
Woolridge goes over Kellogg, missed on the shot. Steve Johnson again working. Yeoman job on the boards, couldn't get the shot to go. Caldwell Jones tipping, out of bounds, Indiana. Well, what about the Steve Johnson of today as compared to the Steve Johnson that you saw in your broadcasting activities with Kansas City a year ago, Ed?
Well, you find a lot of times when a ball player is traded, he suddenly realizes, hey, there are only a few stops in the NBA, and he really looks at his game and gets more serious about it, and I think that's what's happened to Steve Johnson.
There's Williams with a shot, puts it right in from the angle. Williams, after Clark Kellogg had been denied.
Scored 6 in a row.
Yeah, they've run off a good streak here and increased the lead to 5, and Kevin Lockery a little concerned about that. Jordan tipped away, Thomas out of bounds. Bulls will have it with 13 to shoot. And Thomas, to the moment, is doing a very good job on Jordan. He's playing him quite aggressively. Out of bounds, Chicago. 13 to shoot. Woolridge will toss it in. Kellogg guarding him. Jordan coming around the pick by Caldwell Jones. Yep, wouldn't go down. The Bulls are cold. Stepanovic brings it out. Seasting, will he take it up the middle? Nope. Kellogg will drive. Oh, what a nice move. Clark Kellogg, and boy, after that orthoscopic knee surgery, this is his second game, and the Pacers have to be just terribly gratified to have him back. The Bulls are going to have to call timeout here, and they're going to call timeout with 5:36 left in the first quarter, and it is the Pacers by 7.
And it's a good timeout for Kevin Lockery.
Let's take a minute to welcome Cox Cable to tonight's Sports Vision preview. To see all of the action of the Hawks, Bulls, and Sting, why don't you give Cox Cable a call at either of these 2 numbers, 362-6110 or 460-3900. That's 362-6110 or 460-3900. Tell them you want Sports Vision. Bulls with the inbounds pass. They now trail in the game by 7. This is the largest Pacer lead. And the Bulls took a good timeout. Nice feed down the middle. Watley from Jordan. And Enos Watley went into heavy traffic and he got the basket. That cuts it down.
Seasting made a mistake. He left his man. When you leave your man and cover Jordan, he'll find the open man and kill you every time.
And Watley was smart. He just went right to the hoop. Kellogg, he'll bomb over Woolridge. Nope. Rebound comes out to Jordan, who was up there. Look at him carry it. Caldwell Jones passed it right off. Woolridge, a nice hook shot over the middle. And he has 6. And the Bulls have come right back with 2 quick baskets here. In the forecourt, Williams to Tony Brown. He's covered by Jordan. Or, excuse me, Jim Thomas is covered by Jordan. Williams with a turnaround. Oh, he swishes it. Herb Williams, they have a nice post-up situation there.
Indiana's got a powerful front line. You look at Williams at 240, Stepanovic at 250, Clark Kellogg at 225. They could go with anybody.
Jordan driving, blocking foul.
There's the difference between being a superstar, Michael Jordan, and Seasting, just a ball player.
Well, they gave that one to Kellogg. Here it is.
Oh, they got it to Kellogg.
So Kellogg with his first. The bonus has been in effect, so Jordan gets to the foul line now, and he is a superb foul shooter. He shoots and makes them when they really count. And for a rookie,
86%, averaging almost 25 points a ball game, 24.9.
he made a couple of big free throws in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks when the game was on the line. The Bulls eventually lost it, but his 2 free throws tied the game at Milwaukee, and he kept them right in it. He is good when it counts. Here's Thomas underneath, beating Kellogg, and he rolled it up and in. Clark Kellogg has 4, and the Pacers now have a 5-point lead again. We're down to 4 minutes, just a little over that. Foul called on the play. And foul went to Caldwell Jones, trying to deny him. He gets his second, 4th team foul on the Bulls. We have substitutes ready to come in as Kellogg converts the 3-point play. He has 5. And now that Pacer lead is up to 6.
Another advantage the Bulls have. They can go to their bench this year. They've got ball players that can do the job.
There you see Jordan getting loose, and you had mentioned to me during one of our cutaway moments here that if Jordan could get inside on Thomas, he could do a lot of damage. We saw it right there. Here is Thomas. Jordan covering him. Williams with a turnaround. Hits it, and boy, Herb Williams is red hot. Steve Johnson's going to really have to get on him. That fadeaway jumper is tough to stop. Watley gets the pick from Caldwell Jones. Jordan pops out. Hits. That's the shot that he's going to make. 6 points now for Jordan, and the Bulls pull it to 4.
And that's a set play. Kevin sets it up. He comes right around the pick, and he can shoot from out there and hit it.
Yeah, consistently. Here's Thomas, the head fake, driving on Jordan. Bailout pass. Seasting. Whistle. And we'll see. Seasting ran into traffic there, and Enos Watley was called for the foul, apparently elbowing there. That's his second, and I have that as the 5th. That puts the penalty in effect at 3:13 remaining in the quarter.
And here's the best free throw shooter on the floor, 90% from the free throw line.
Seasting will indeed step up there, and he has been absolutely unbelievable at the line. He's now 10 of 11 with that free throw in the year. Only missed 1 all season, so he can do it.
He leads the Pacers in assists. Good all-around ball player.
Bulls have 3 substitutes in their lineup: Daly, Corzine, and Wes Matthews. The Pacers have come on, and they have brought on Bill Garnett for the first time, former Dallas player. You going to say something yet? No. All right, here's Corzine on the near side as the Bulls adjust their lineup now. Go to some of their second teamers, and a long jump shot tossed in by Wes Matthews, who comes right into the Bulls lineup and clicks with his first field goal of the night. And Matthews has been doing that, not known as a good shooter, but boy, since he's been with the Bulls, he's been hitting very well and high in the assists. He's very close to leading the team in assists going in tonight. Pass down the middle, Vern Fleming, shot blocked in the air. The Bulls have the outlet pass, 2-on-1. Woolridge, this will be a kaboomer. Oh man, Woolridge has 8. Nice and easy. That's the way you do it in the NBA. Man, he showed us all-league form. What type of rating would you give him?
Oh, we'll give him a 10.
Plenty good. Fleming, backdoor cut. Kellogg's open. Kellogg has 7.
That rating defensively is 0. Don't watch that ball. Know where your man is.
Who lost him? They have Daly from the angle, fires and hits. That's what Quentin Daly has been doing consistently for this team, despite the various problems that he's been going through this year. But boy, he's done a good job of providing instant offense coming off of the bench. Here's Herb Williams, looking, firing, and hits. And the Bulls seem to be powerless to stop him. Boy, he's had a good first quarter. He's in double figures with 10.
When a ball player gets a hot hand, give him the ball and keep shooting until you cool off.
Yeah,
There's no sense being clever. If you're hot, put it up there.
Corzine and got it on the baseline, put it right in. He has his first 2 of the game. And it's 28-26 Pacers lead. We're down to a minute 25 in the first quarter. Bill Hazen and Easy Ed McCauley here from Market Square Arena tonight. Williams with a miss. Garnett tried for the rebound. It was sealed off by Steve Johnson, and the Bulls have it. Cross court Daly in traffic. Basket, let's see. Offensive foul? No, wipe it off. Offensive foul on Quentin Daly. Seasting stood in there and took the charge.
Seasting is moving on the play, but you're supposed to be stopped. He wasn't stopped on that play. I think the call should have gone the other way.
Bulls have Charles Jones in the lineup. This is the earliest we've seen him this year. He's a good jumper. You see now, Corzine and Stepanovic are matched up. Jones tried for the block that time and give the basket to Kellogg.
And a coach hates to see that. If you're going to make a basket, let it get up to the hoop, let it hit the rim and get out of there. You never missed a goaltending shot.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Charles Jones, I'm sure, was sent in there with the idea of trying to shut off Herb Williams a little bit. Woolridge with a miss. Stansberry in the lineup now. That fires a long one. Terrence Stansberry missed on it. Stepanovic had it, couldn't keep it alive. Here's Matthews. Has a chance. Going in. Woolridge to the glass, foul. Let's see what this one's all about. And Garnett will draw that one. His first, trying to deny the basket.
Watch the play. Beautiful pass. It's up, a little trouble. Man coming in for a block. Good defensive player.
Acquired from the Dallas Mavericks.
He whacks him on the head. There's a foul. And Orlando would much rather make that layup because he knows he's not the greatest free throw shooter in the world, as we just found out.
I guess we did. Although he is 2 for 3 to the moment, I guess on the optimistic side. That's his first miss from the line tonight. He has 8 for the quarter. Puts that one in. 9-point quarter for O. And it's a 3-point Pacer lead at 30-27. We have half a minute left, first quarter of play. And Fleming and Stansberry now in the backcourt for the Pacers. They have Garnett, Kellogg at the forward, Stepanovic at center. 10 to shoot. Stepanovic. Will he take the fadeaway? The head fake, a high arching shot, and Stepanovic puts it in, and he's on the board with his first 2. Tough shot.
Well, we talked about the ability he has to go outside and to hit that shot from 12, 14 feet. For a big man, if you can do that, you really open up your game tremendously.
Bulls holding for a shot. They spread the floor. Daly takes it from the key area and puts it in. Quentin Daly, as they had an isolation. 4 seconds left. They stop the clock. Fleming now. He'll bring it across. 2 seconds. Fleming with 1 second just beats the buzzer. No, it wouldn't go down. And with that, the first quarter comes to an end. And for the Indiana Pacers, a good offensive quarter. They lead at 32-29. Back here at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis, Bill Hazen back with Easy Ed McCauley. And that's a good look at Kevin Lockery with some last-minute words for Quentin Daly.
Kevin's probably happy about the first quarter. A lot of times people say, well, you'd like to be leading at the end of the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter at the end of the game. But that's not the way the NBA goes. And he's down by 3. Jordan hasn't scored that much, which means that he's going to score as the game goes on. Woolridge has gotten off to a good start, so Kevin's not unhappy with this first quarter.
Bulls will open up the second quarter with Charles Jones and Woolridge at the forwards, Dave Corzine at center, Matthews and Daly at the guards.
And the reason Chicago's down, they hit 12 of 25, 48%. Indiana hit 58%. That's not going to continue either.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Vern Fleming passes to Stepanovic, fires a long one. Nope, won't go down. Rebound cleared out by Tony Brown, who came back in to begin the second quarter. Low, Garnett jams it home. Bill Garnett.
That percentage won't continue unless they keep getting stuff shots like that.
Matthews to the basket. Nice drop off for Corzine, and it's an easy 2. Wes Matthews creating an excellent opportunity right there. And since he's come to the Bulls, he's done a lot of that. And he's averaging nearly 10 a game on top of it. So he's done everything that the Bulls could have possibly asked him to do to the moment. I should say 10 over his last 2 games, averaging 6.5 a game. Stepanovic, the head fake, was stripped away. Ball went out of bounds. Bulls, I think. Or do they give it to the Pacers? No, they give it to the Pacers, and the shot clock, which had clicked down to 5, is just held right there.
Here's another great advantage they have. They take out Orlando Woolridge, averaging 24 a game. They substitute Michael Jordan in, averaging 25 a game.
Yeah, that really gives you a little additional depth. Now Garnett, his shot was jammed at rim level. Battle for it. Charles Jones goes down. The Bulls come out of there. Jordan. Oh, look at him control the ball after falling right over Stansbury, and he still controlled the ball. Not many players could do that. Matthews front rims and Stepanovic with the outlet. Stansbury to Tony Brown. Almost stolen by Michael Jordan. He wanted that one. And a missed shot by Brown. Battle Garnett. Look at him work on the board. Shot blocked by Charles Jones. A second load. Garnett. Shot deflected. May have been again by Charles Jones. And the Bulls have it back. Matthews. Daly. He'll take it. He'll make it. Quentin Daly has 6. And the Bulls a point behind. Now they've pulled back from what was once a 7-point deficit in this game, and they're only 1 down.
And with this lineup in there, the tempo, getting a faster tempo, I think will help the Bulls.
We had a foul on Wes Matthews that stops play. First personal foul of the second quarter. Indeed, this unit does give you much more of a speedy look, and it has some outside shooting power. Corzine's excellent from the post area, so they can open up the floor a little bit with this 5. Here's Stepanovic trying to work Corzine down, fires, doesn't go. Daly got the rebound. Good rebounder for his size. Matthews driving into traffic, and he's fouled. It was Fleming trying to make the steal. He got it.
Oh, look at this move, my man. Look at it. Goes right, comes back left, goes back right. How'd you like to cover him, Bill?
No way.
I'll tell you.
I'm not quick enough. I'll tell you, I'm not quick enough.
It reminds me of a ball player, Elgin Baylor, one of the great ones.
Oh, yeah. He could do it all many nights. 73 points once he scored, if I remember correctly, in an NBA game. Daly from a pick. Puts it in. Quentin Daly knocks it down. He has 8, and he's scoring well, and the Bulls have taken the lead. The Pacers trying to get down court quickly here. Fleming, low post feed Stepanovic. Over the middle, the left hand, shot block, foul. Corzine, I think. Yep. Dave Corzine will pick up his first personal of the night, second team foul on Chicago.
And there's another move, a second-year man, a rookie Stepanovic's caliber possibly wouldn't make it, but now he's getting to the point where he knows that if he makes that move, he's probably going to wind up at the line, and that's exactly what happened, and they'll call the foul for him.
He was very well coached fundamentally in school, was he not?
Yeah.
Through high school and college.
Yes, unfortunately, because he played for the high school, the Smet High School under Rich Grauer. That was the mortal enemy of the high school I attended in St. Louis, St. Louis U High.
You didn't have to tell me much of that. I remember that from the time I was down there. The Smet and St. Louis U High don't get along that well. Here's Jordan now. Tony Brown trying to cover him. What a move. Shot blocked in the air. Fleming stole it. Jordan got it back and gets the basket. Michael Jordan, baskets are coming hard for him, but he does have 3 of them and 2 free throws for a total of 8. It's the Bulls by a point at 37-36. 3 minutes old, second quarter of play. Vern Fleming puts it down. Underneath, Williams for the easy slammer. That'll keep that shooting percentage up there.
Yeah, and if you saw one thing about the Bulls this quarter, they have not been doing well, is they've not been watching their man. They watch the ball, the man goes behind him, winds up right under the basket for the stuff.
Well, they've had some back doors wide open for them. Here's Daly with a long bomb. He hits again. He has 10. And the Bulls again take a 1-point lead. Pass underneath. Look out, Fleming's open in there. Arches it too high off the glass, and Corzine with the rebound. Matthews will bring it up. Matthews is an exceptional ball handler. Corzine's open. He can hit that. Nope. Jones over the back. Trying to keep it alive. Charles Jones gets his first personal. 13 foul. There's a guy who's fighting for a spot on the roster and has one right now, but with the David Greenwood situation still up in the air, of course, who knows how that forward situation will eventually end up if Greenwood signs, if the deal is worked out or not. There's Stansbury firing it a long way. Ball stolen away. Stansbury stole the ball away. Pacers have it back with a 1-point lead. It could be 3, and it is. Fleming hits with his first 2 of the game, and that brings the fans here to life.
And that's what a coach does not like to see. We pointed out before, the Bulls are making mistakes, mistakes you shouldn't make.
Matthews across the timeline, and sure enough, a timeout called, Ed.
Good timeout.
Just as you mentioned, that timeout by Kevin Lockery will pause. 7:51 left in the second, and it's the Pacers by 3. You know, there are several preview showings of Sports Vision going around the Chicago metropolitan area. We'd like to welcome the viewers of Lakeshore Cable. They're watching tonight's Bulls game, and we invite you to take advantage of Sports Vision, and they have a new low price, so why don't you investigate? Give Lakeshore Cable a call, and here's their number, 326-5105. Inquire about Sports Vision. And remember, you will see a whole bunch of Bulls games, over 50, right here. We follow them all season long.
It's going to be an exciting year for the Chicago Bulls.
Well, it sure has all the potential to be that. Daly to the baseline, takes the shot, hits it. Quentin Daly's been coming off the bench, and I'll tell you, he's looking like an ideal sixth man. Stolen pass, Matthews looks up the floor. Here's Jordan. He can get one. Shot was blocked by Stepanovic. He just tipped it out of bounds, Chicago.
This ball game is close as far as the score is concerned. Statistically, both teams shooting 51%. One away in rebounds, one away in assists, and one away in turnovers. So it's just as the score would indicate, a one-point ball game, and the stats are just the same.
You saw George Irvin, the first-year coach of the Pacers. They've sent in Granville Waiters, who has just come into the lineup for Indiana. Nice low feed, Corzine blocked against the glass by Waiters, but Jones got the rebound. Charles Jones has his first 2 points. Here's the pressure now. It goes to Stansbury. Bulls trying to put some pressure on. They get it across the timeline. It's the Bulls taking the lead by a point on that last basket, 43-42. Brown, now we had a whistle. We'll see on this one. Jordan, I think. Yeah, Jordan got it.
How about the job they're doing on Tony Brown tonight? Their leading scorer.
Oh, they have really shut him down.
He has not scored.
He's only taken, I think, 2 shots. Seasting comes back in, and to the bench goes Stansbury. Inbounds pass, Seasting. Low feed. Now we had a double team there. Defensive warning, is it? Or, yeah. Illegal defensive warning, and I think it was against Quentin Daly. So they signaled. Jess Thompson indicating Quentin Daly was the man who dropped apparently too low into the paint.
How about Granville Waiters? I've always wanted a name like that. Granville Waiters.
Yeah, you'd think he'd be a lawyer or something, or bank president. He'd be one of the taller bank presidents I've seen, I'll tell you that. We had a whistle sounding as Williams put the shot up. And Charles Jones commits the foul, and he has been put in there defensively to try to put the plug on the scoring of Herb Williams early in this game.
Williams has not been shooting well this year. 40% from the field, only 64% from the free throw line, as he indicates there.
He'll have one more. Bulls, by the way, Ed, very important, something worth keeping in mind. They've just went into the bonus at 6:26. Pacers have yet to commit a team foul this quarter. Williams misses them both, and the Bulls still cling to a 1-point lead. They'll bring it up. Wes Matthews, Jones, low feed, Jordan. Look out in there. Shot blocked. Who got it? I think Herb Williams blocked it. And Seasting had the ball almost taken away by Jordan. Well, he tried for the post-up, and Williams came over and defeated it. Long one by Williams. Nope. Quentin Daly tipped it around. Got it. They have Matthews down the floor if they can get it to him. Jordan driving. It went in. Michael Jordan has 10 with a twisting move on the full run. Oh, he put just the right English on that. Williams in traffic. Shot blocked. Jordan. He tried to return the favor, and he got called for the foul.
Yeah, I think he got hit. Kevin doesn't like that. Lockery's upset with a call, but
and
might have been a little contact on the arm.
Yeah, the fans react to that. I think Kevin was saying, hey, if there was nothing called at the other end, what about this?
Here's the play. Goes into Williams. There's the foul over the top.
Pretty close. Pretty close. Herb Williams again at the line. He's missed 3
in a row.
3 in a row, by golly. I thought for a moment I kind of wanted to hold off on saying that because sure enough I thought that was going to roll in. Jim Thomas is back in and Kellogg has gotten up. He may be replacing Williams. Williams finally drops one in. He has 13. And it is now the Bulls by a pair over the Indiana Pacers. Matthews in the forecourt.
See, with the bench that George Irving has with the Indiana Pacers, he can't afford to get too far behind this first period. I mean, this first half.
Yeah, you're right. He does not have the bench strength that the Bulls appear to have right now. Jordan has a dozen. And the Pacers in the forecourt, they trail it by 4 now. This is the largest Bulls lead of the game. They have not been ahead the majority of this first half. Williams feed low. Charles Jones there. Offensive foul. Williams called for it as he put the ball on the floor, and Herb Williams gets his second. And Williams will go to the bench, and Clark Kellogg comes in as his replacement.
Doesn't have any room on that baseline side. There's the play.
With the
No
shoulder.
place to go but out of bounds.
And indeed, illegally that is. Illegally, he went right into Jones, and they called the foul. Here's Daly. Quentin Daly is red hot. He has the radar adjusted tonight, and he's shooting beautifully. Pacers trying to get up the floor quickly. They now trail by 6, and the Bulls have taken control. Jordan with a steal. Here come the Bulls. Jordan a 3-on-1. Nice pass underneath. Easy basket for Quentin Daly. And the Bulls have opened things up here. They now lead it by 8. And will the Pacers call a timeout? Yes, sir, they will. George Irvin up off the bench. And with 4:41 left in the quarter, it is the Bulls 51 and the Pacers 43. Back at courtside at Market Square, the Bulls have an 8-point lead, and here is part of how they got it, Ed.
And it's a beautiful steal. Come around the outside. Jordan gets a hand on it. Look at the control he has with the ball, just like a yo-yo. And watch the feed. Head up to the basket, bounce passes, he got the layup. Bulls have run off 12 points to the Pacers 1. They were trailing 42-39, now the lead 51-43, and as we pointed out, that's what you have to, that's the ability this Bulls ball club has this year.
Here's Stepanovic now as the Pacers have to go back to work. They have some wood to chop. Seasting with a miss, battle for the rebound, kept alive. Stepanovic kept it alive. Thomas, Seasting, Clark Kellogg, Stepanovic, and Tony Brown right now. Shot blocked underneath. Charles Jones got a hand on it. And how about Charles Jones coming off of the bench here, Ed?
Yeah, this is the key to this Bulls ball club this year may be that bench, because now Indiana has been forced to come back with their starting lineup.
Thomas missed on the shot, tipped around up there. Foul. Charles Jones, I think. Caldwell Jones, forgive me, you got that. So right now you have Caldwell and Charles both in there. That is 3 on Caldwell Jones, and the bonus already in effect. Brown goes to the line. Woolridge up off the bench, ready to come back in.
Good move.
Charles Jones comes out. Corzine back in for the Bulls.
Kevin Lockery's got an 8-point lead. It may be 6 after these 2 free throws, but now he's looking at a situation where he's got his starting lineup back in there. They'd like to go off the floor with a 10, 12, 14-point lead if they could blow it open now.
Yeah, that would be an ideal situation for them. Get a good lead, keep this crowd out of the game. Now, these Indiana fans, I'll tell you, they get very excitable, and we have a good crowd. It's nearly a full house. In fact, we were told before the game it is either right at sellout or just below it for tonight's game. And they have that ABA old-timers game going on. Ball batted right in front of our broadcast position there.
Yeah.
Almost got Kevin, and it almost got me.
Tell you, if he was still playing, he would have picked it up and shot it.
That's right. But his teams don't play that way. They're defensive-minded club. Jordan tried to feed it underneath. Looking for Corzine. Out of bounds. Let's see now. Shot clock reset at 5. And Jordan will toss it in underneath the Pacer basket. Kevin Lockery, the head coach of the Bulls in his second year, and boy, I'll tell you, things are a lot more enjoyable this time around for this guy. Matthews has to recover. Yep, went over the timeline. Turnover.
And that's what can kill you. Coming down, not getting a shot.
There was a miscommunication there, Ed. He came around. He kind of hooked around a player, and the pass was really anticipating not to make that hook. Don't know what happened on that. But there was a miscommunication. Watley is off of the bench. He may be coming in, likely for Matthews here in the next few moments. Tony Brown, the pump fake, gets his man up in the air, off of the glass. And Brown has his first field goal of the night.
And he worked for that shot, Bill.
Yeah, he sure did. He got Jordan. They had to use a super pump fake to get Jordan to commit. Matthews, feed low. Jordan wants it back. Fires, foul. Brown, he got one on Brown at the other end. That's his third, and he's in trouble. Second team foul on the Pacers. We have it.
Jordan reminds me a lot of Adrian Dantley in some ways. You know, he'll take you outside and he'll shoot, but then he'll go inside and he'll wind up at that free throw line just as we see here. They've got to swing at him, and he's enough of a superstar. The officials are going to call the foul.
Yeah.
And he's going to miss the free throw. Nice going.
Reputation means so much in this league, doesn't it?
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Credibility. And this player, because of his performance in the Olympics, 2-time College Player of the Year, he came in with a lot of credentials that most players don't have. Seasting, after Jordan missed them both. Thomas misses. Corzine with a rebound, foul under the hoop. And it might have been Stepanovic or Fleming. Fleming pushing from the side, as it turned out. That's number 2 on Vern and third team foul on the Pacers. Now let's take a look at it again.
And here comes Stepanovic. Bang.
Caught him as we return to live action. The Bulls in the fourth quarter. Watley coming around. Daly, yep, sure enough. He knew what he wanted to do. Started to make that head fake and dragged his pivot foot. A little indecision there. And got caught moving his feet before he could catch up.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go. The Bulls really had a chance to open up a pretty good lead going into the half. Now they've got a battle. They lead by 5. 3:04 to go remaining in this first half of play.
So Indiana's hanging right in there. Seasting and Thomas in the backcourt for Indiana. They had their starting unit, as you heard Ed mention just a few moments ago, except for Fleming. And there's a pass inside for Fleming. Looking, running the baseline, tried to bail out with a pass there. It was knocked out of bounds. 11 to shoot. It'll be tossed in by the Indiana Pacers. Lob in there by Thomas. Gets a return pass from Fleming. Kellogg out front. Woolridge gives him a little room. Takes the shot with 4 seconds left, and Kellogg sticks it. Clark Kellogg has come off the bench, has 11.
Now we go back to work. Had an edge, had a cushion. Not anymore.
Here's Watley in the forecourt. Seasting tried for the steal. Watley penetrating. Fire, spins, no. Corzine with a rebound, goes up strong. Foul. Foul by Jim Thomas, who could not hold him off getting that shot. There it is. See the battle for it. Look at Thomas stick his hand in.
They say it's not a shooting foul. There's the foul right there. Good call, right call. They called the foul before he went up for the shot.
Second personal foul on Thomas, 4th team foul. Common foul, out of bounds. The Bulls wanted a shooting foul on that, but the ruling was in the other direction. Woolridge, Corzine, the head fake. He wanted to take Stepanovic in. Missed on the shot. Corzine wanted to give him the head fake because Stepanovic had about 4 head fakes on him in a game last year. And that's very fresh. I guarantee you Dave has not forgotten that. But Stipo held his ground pretty well. Here's Stepanovic now. There's that head fake.
5.
Look out. Driving. That's 5. Yeah, you're right. Got the rebound. No. Follow, yes. Stepanovic has 6. And now it is a 1-point Bulls lead. That's the same thing he was doing last year. And a 20-second timeout, and I'll guarantee you word number 1 from Kevin Lockery will be, don't go for the fake. Stay down.
Yeah, that's fine, except when they're faking you, you know. Hey, we're going to be talking to Bobby Leonard at halftime. He's going to appear with one of the other radio stations here, but after that he's going to join us.
Great.
Really, a great Indiana star. He was on that NCAA Indiana team with Don Schlunk that won the NCAA title. And I guess he's played in Indiana for the last 300 years.
And he was a great coach, of course, here with the Indiana Pacers.
Right. Watch this play. There's the fake. That's was that the 5th head fake? Corzine. See, this is the difference again. Stepanovic battling, not like a rookie anymore, but he's battling as a man who knows what's his position here in the NBA.
Well, I'll tell you, he does have the thing is, you have to respect the head fake because he can shoot the ball.
Yeah, he can take it up.
Yeah, so that's the problem that he poses, because he can score from the high post area. He's dangerous anywhere outside. Here's Daly. Bulls have it back. Corzine going low. Bailout. And a foul called on Stepanovic, trying to hold him off. That's his second. 15 foul. I have it. That's the bonus in effect at 1:34 left for the second quarter.
Well, I guess with the beard and everything, you can't call him Corky Corzine anymore. He's a little too mature for that.
Hardly.
Here's a man who started the ball on the way back.
Yes, he did. A lot of people don't remember that it was not only Dave Corzine, but the late Bill Robinson, who played in Kansas City. There's Williams, Herb Williams coming back in. A lot of people forget that those are the guys who brought DePaul back to prominence in college basketball. Joe Poncetto, of course, or a bunch of others. Corzine missed that second one, and Kellogg has the boards. Bulls cling to a 2-point lead. Pacers could tie with a hoop. Herb Williams. Fleming. Kellogg was in the paint, just got out of there. Thomas takes a long one. Nope, misses, and Woolridge has the rebound. Bulls could go up by 4 if they score here. Orlando going to the baseline. He'll try it, and he gets it. Orlando Woolridge with his first 2 of the quarter, 11 for the game. And the Bulls by 4. After at one point, they had been up by 8 here. But then the Pacers came clawing back. Bulls could not put some real distance in there. Kellogg off of the glass, kind of a tough shot for him. And Corzine seals off the boards. The Bulls have a chance now to build it right back up, down to 45 seconds. They'll try to kill a little clock here and see if they can get a good 2-for-1 off of this. Okay, Kevin Lockery says go with 10 on the shot clock. Daly almost stolen. Watley has it. Bails out to Daly. Shot. Nope. And the rebound to Williams. Watley deflected the outlet pass, but out of bounds. So
Indiana will take it down now. On the shot clock, we have 22. I'd be very surprised. 30 up on the till the end of the first half. I'd be very surprised if they don't take it down to 3 or 4 seconds before they take the shot.
Yeah, there's an 8-second differential, so the Bulls did get one thing out of this ad. They got the 2-for-1 that they wanted. Now with 10 on the shot clock, C-State driving, kicks it over. Fleming, is that a 3-pointer? Yeah, it is, but it didn't go down. Corzine with the board, 10 to go.
Plenty of time.
All right, Jordan in the forecourt, 7 seconds. Jordan with 6. Here is a shot by Daly with 4. He puts it in. Quentin Daly. He has 18 points for the first half. Thomas with a buzzer bomb and puts it on the other side of the backboard. And the Chicago Bulls have done a good job here. They had a 12-1 string here in the second quarter of play, and they came back after trailing the Indiana Pacers. They now lead in the game by 6 at the half. I'm Bill Hazen along with Ed McCauley. We'll be coming back here to the floor of Market Square. Coming up in our halftime, we'll be visiting with Slick Leonard, former outstanding player at IU and coach of this very Indiana Pacers team. We'll have that and halftime coming up in just a moment here from the floor of Market Square, the former floor of the NCAA Capitol. We'll be back in a moment. All right, well, a very good second quarter for the Chicago Bulls as they came roaring back. They outscored the Indiana Pacers 27-19, and they have now taken a lead here at half, 56-50. Bill Hazen back with Ed McCauley. Well, what about it? That looked a little bit more like the Chicago Bulls that we've been watching, our Sports Vision viewers have been watching here over the last week or so, Ed.
Well, you see the... when you get a ball club that's a good ball club, and the Bulls are a good ball club this year, which, very frankly, they have not been for a few years. Now you look at that 6-point lead at halftime, it means a lot more than it did last year. The Bulls now, Indiana's in a little trouble because they've got to expend energy to come back. They're not as deep as Chicago. Kevin Lockery is sitting on his bench. Quentin Daly led all scorers the first half with 18. Woolridge had a good half. Michael Jordan had a good half. But now he can position his ball club. He can look for strategy the second half because he knows he's got people that can go out there and perform. And if he needs a big half out of somebody, you got 2 guys, Woolridge and Michael Jordan, who can do it.
One of the things we've noticed with this Bulls team, it used to be that the Bulls were a very horizontal team. They played this way. Well, now they have a couple of guys. Woolridge, of course, was always a good jumper. Jordan, that's captain up. He just goes way up there. And you get an idea. We're going to just take a look at one of the elements, the new exciting elements of the Bulls in the vertical column right here. And a good block shot by, I think it was Charles Jones who knocked that one down. And this is the attack. The Bulls are attacking the basket more, and they can do it more quickly. They not only get up on offense, but on defense, and Woolridge with the easy put away.
Well, as we pointed out, the Bulls, in my opinion, are a team that could win in the last 5 minutes this year. Now, people say, well, what does that mean? Well, we saw here in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the first half where you put pressure on Indianapolis, you built up a 6-point lead, and this is going to be very valuable to you in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the ball game because they've had to Indianapolis has had to expend energy. It means that sometime in the second half they're going to come back with their bench, which is not as strong as the Bulls bench. And what people, as they watch a pro game, don't understand, they see the strategy of a football game. They see what the coach is trying to do, but they don't see what's happening in a basketball game very often. And now Kevin Lockery has 6 very, very important points that he can use with his better bench this second half. They're playing well. They're playing good.
They really are.
Yeah.
And what about the Bulls' position in the pivot? A lot of people have been concerned, and hope that Caldwell Jones and Dave Corzine would form a good combination, and it appears to the moment that they've been very effective.
Yeah.
Do they have enough to go a considerable distance with what they have? And Jawan Oldham, the third man in reserve, who played in the New York game the other night and looked pretty good coming off the bench.
Well, you know, if I said to you, you've got a great ball club and you've got two pretty good guys in the pivot, you know, would you like to have Ralph Sampson? Well, yeah, sure you'd like to have Ralph Sampson. You know, would you like to have Moses Malone? Sure we'd like to have Moses Malone. But you see, in a ball club, you can't have 5 stars out there anyway. There's only one basketball.
Yeah.
And their scoring now is Orlando and it's Michael Jordan, so that those two, as cogs in this machine, can be very important and can do the job they're supposed to do. Rebound, play defense. Corzine has bulk. Caldwell Jones is loose. He can jump. So, yeah, with this ball club, they could do it. But now, if you had a poorer ball club and you said our pivot men are going to have to win it for us, they couldn't do it.
Yeah. A year ago, the Chicago Bulls hardly ever took anything on the fast break. Now, this year, perhaps a sign of that, better rebounding, better front court work, that they are getting enough because they're getting the break going.
Oh, yeah. And again, I'm just amazed at the way Steve Johnson is playing. He's doing a great job, and he's up there battling on the boards, getting the ball out when he has to, and shooting well. So it's, as I say, it was a very interesting half. And I really get, as you get down to the last 4 or 5 minutes of a half, particularly, and of course, obviously at the end of the ball game, but there were a lot of things going on here. Both coaches put their better ball players back in. Now, a lot of people may not have noticed that. As far as the Pacers were concerned, they knew they couldn't let it get away. They did a good job.
Indeed. So we've seen the first half where the Bulls came roaring back, and right now they lead it by 6 at the half. Now, when we return, Ed's going to be visiting with former Indiana Pacers coach Slick Leonard. That's coming up in just a minute. Backcourt, Caldwell Jones. This is the starting 5. The Pacers counter with their starting 5. Williams, Stepanovic, Brown up front, Seasting, and Jim Thomas at the guards.
Very important 5 minutes for the Bulls. If they can open a little bigger lead, could really make it tough.
Yeah, Steve Johnson going after it. He tipped the ball away, then went after it. And they said 32, and Herb Williams looked up, and Steve Johnson looked up and said, which one? And they gave it to Steve Johnson. That's his first. And the first team here in the third quarter. Down goes Steve Johnson, and Williams lofts it right in. Herb Williams has 15. And the Pacers pull back within 4, and they have a little bit of a problem at that one position, matchup-wise. Williams has been very, very effective. Michael Jordan lets it go. Comes out long. Williams with a rebound. Ahead to Seasting. It is 3-on-4. Thomas getting the return pass. Stepanovic at the medium post. Goes up over Caldwell Jones. Foul. Jones got him right on the arm. Just tapped him. Little love tap there, and it had enough on it. And Jones has called for it. That's the second personal foul on the Pacers. And on Jones, his 4th.
Stepanovic, pretty good free throw shooter, 83%. There's the foul. Got him going up, if he got him.
Stepanovic is 2 for 2 from the line tonight. He is an excellent free throw shooter, over 80% on the year. Dave Corzine comes into the Bulls lineup, and Caldwell Jones goes right to the bench.
Caldwell has 4 fouls?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. So Kevin had to yank him. Missed that one. And now it's a 3-point Bulls lead, 56-53. Minute old here in the third quarter from Market Square Arena. Watley with Seasting on him. Michael Jordan. He'll drive the baseline. Nice move. Got it up off of the glass and in.
What a move.
Going to that left hand. 14 points. Boy, and he did it so smoothly. Here's Thomas looking for the screen from Williams there, but it was kind of jammed up for him. Low feed to Stepanovic. Look at the pressure. Jordan put so much pressure on you. Stepanovic had to really concentrate on just getting the ball. Herb Williams gets the hoop, however, as he got loose inside the paint. He has 17, and the Bulls can't stop him. Jordan with a fantastic move at the other end. 16 points. What a pump fake.
Save that one for the highlight film.
Oh, I'll tell you, that highlight film will be one of the longest films you've ever seen. He has made a bundle of those. Kellogg rolling it up and in. Mark Kellogg with 13 points, and the Pacers trading basket for basket there within 3 again at 60-57. Woolridge almost knocked away, out of bounds.
Watch this. Michael Jordan goes up, hand comes up, brings it down, double pumps Lays it up like a feather.
I wonder what Steve Stepanovich was thinking right about them as he saw him coming, thinking to himself, Steeple tried to block that hook by Steve Johnson, didn't go down. And Kellogg, here the Pacers on a break. Stepanovich, he'll take that shot off of the glass too high. Steve Johnson on an outlet. Woolridge has some space, goes in and gets the basket. And the Bulls coaching brain trust wanted a foul on that one as Kellogg tried to deny him and just hold him down.
A great pass by Steve Johnson. He just threw it out there. Orlando didn't even know it was coming.
Yeah, beautifully led. Stepanovich, the head fake. Driving in, shot was blocked. Steve Johnson blocked it. Thomas goes up, foul in heavy traffic. It'll go against Woolridge, and that is personal foul number 2 on him. Third team foul.
Takes the drive. Great block. Thomas is right inside, and he'll just take it up hoping to get hit.
And that's what happened.
When you have traffic like that, you don't know whether he got hit or not, but they're going to call it.
Thomas, it's very difficult for him to score any other way unless he's driving in a situation like that. If you get caught under there, there's not much he can do except go up and hope he can draw the foul because there's some tall lumber in there, and Thomas stands just 6'4". And I really don't know if he's quite that tall. That must be with the stilts on or something. We had a loose ball. Foul. And Seasting will get it on the drive. Seasting with his first personal, first team of the quarter. Vern Fleming coming into the lineup now for the Pacers. Common foul out of bounds Chicago. Right now the Bulls are leading it by 3 at 62-59. Jordan to the baseline. Long on the shot. Rebound in there. Steve Johnson trying to keep it alive. Out of bounds. And the Bulls have it back. And once again, it's Steve Johnson just keeping the ball alive in there and giving the Bulls another chance. Jordan bailed out. Corzine. Tie ball. They'll jump it up. They will jump it up.
Well, nobody agrees with that call. Not even the people here. They don't know what it should have been, but it shouldn't have been a jump ball.
So it'll be Corzine and Herb Williams.
Oh, man, that's right.
Oh, no, it's Easton. Yeah, all right.
He should tip it straight back.
Oh, the house will explode if Seasting wins this. He did not, but had he won it, you would have really heard those fans. Here's Woolridge with one from the baseline. He puts it in. Orlando slowly but surely developing that baseline jump shot. And
he's tough to cover.
Yeah, he's come a long way in terms of his development offensively. Stepanovich, look out. He's deadly from there. He has 9. And it is now a 3-point Bulls lead once again. It's been seesawing back and forth between 3 and 5. 3 and 5. 3.5 minutes old here in the third quarter. Here's Jordan, front rims, tipped by Corzine. Jordan goes up for it, hit the end line though first. He just tiptoed on the end line, out of bounds, Indiana.
Kevin says, I can't believe it.
He's been busy tonight, I'll tell you. Seasting with Watley on it. Here is Clark Kellogg going over Woolridge. Up, came down too fast for Johnson. He had trouble handling it. And Seasting picked up the loose change and got the basket. He has 5, and now it's a 1-point ball game. The Bulls on top 64-63. And Charles Jones gets off of the Bulls bench. Watley. Jordan lobbed to Corzine. Kicked it out in a hurry to Watley. Woolridge is wide open. Nope. Steve Johnson working underneath. Goes up. Foul. Whistle. No, jump ball, they said. Jump ball, they said. Another one. Well, jump it up.
Watch the rebound. Takes it up. Got his hand right on the middle of the ball. Can't argue with that one.
Johnson wins the tap. The Bulls have it back. So, in effect, they got another possession because of Steve Johnson's offensive rebounding. Granville Waiters is off the Indiana base, ready to come in. Off of their bench. Woolridge with a missed shot. Stepanovich kicks it out. Here comes Seasting. Steeple up high. Kellogg covered by Woolridge. The fake. Had him going, didn't take the shot. Williams spinning down on Steve Johnson. The pump fake. That time very well defended. Corzine with the outlet. Steve Johnson driving all the way. No, and it was tipped just as it escaped the cylinder. Clark Kellogg tipped it to the side. Here's Williams back the other way, and he blasts into Corzine. They fight for the rebound. Williams with it, goes up, foul. In traffic.
getting wild, Bill. This is not helping the Bulls. They're running up and down the floor. They're not getting you the good, easy shots.
Jordan gets it.
Indiana doing a great job on the offensive board. As you pointed out on the other end, they're just keeping the ball up long enough to go back up and get the rebound. Now they wind up at the free throw line with 2 shots, and fortunately they do not have a great free throw shooter there. Herb Williams at 64%.
Herb Williams, who has been 1 for 4 at the line, notches his 18th point.
And as we point out how poor he is, he will now hit the next 20 in a row.
Always seems to work that way, doesn't it? And Williams now with 19, and it is the Pacers taking the lead on that flurry. They're back in front by a point.
They've outscored the Bulls 15-8 in the second half.
Corzine on the medium post. Fade away. It's there. Dave Corzine. That's a big basket for Dave. He has 7. Didn't play much early in the year, but now he's starting to come on a little bit. Clark Kellogg. High to Williams. Fleming. Covered by Jordan. 2 Olympic teammates. Now paired in opposite uniforms. Williams down the lane. Oh, what a shot! What a shot by Herb Williams. He has 21. He put it in under heavy pressure. Whew. And the Pacers again by a point at 67-66. Orlando Woolridge. Corzine. Granville Waiters well out in front. Backdoor cut. Woolridge goes up. Foul. He lost Kellogg. Got up there.
Got behind him. Good pass inside.
And here you can see how Woolridge got loose in there. Herb Williams picked up the foul. That's his 3rd. He was left trying to cover Clark Kellogg's man. Timeout on the floor. 6:07 left in the 3rd. It's the Pacers by a point. And our welcome to folks watching us at Cox Cable tonight. Sports Vision preview. Hey, you like what you see? You should with a Hawks Bulls sting. Why don't you call? Check into Sports Vision 362-6110 or 460-3900. Tell them you want Sports Vision. That's a good idea. And the Bulls right now trailing the Pacers by 1 at 67-66.
And the Bulls not hitting as well this 3rd period. Shooting percentage down to 51%. Indiana at 44%.
All right, Woolridge drops them both in. He has 17 now on the night. Woolridge was 17, Jordan was 16. That's a good 1-2 punch, isn't it? Bulls by a point. Seasting. Feed to Waiters near the medium post area, or the high post area. Kicks it over to Fleming. Looking for a target. Kicks it across. Seasting, low feed. Waiters, the hook shot. No, and Corzine has the rebound. The Bulls will break out of there. And Watley tried to move it. Let's see. Was he fouled by Seasting? Apparently so. Seasting with his 2nd.
Oh, I like to see this. Kevin Lockery coming back in with a combination that helped him so much the first half. Matthews and Daly.
Yeah, it's some instant offense they get with these guys.
Daly led all scorers that first half.
Yeah, he did. He had a total of 18. Low feed in there. The ball was lost, and the Pacers come up with it. They may have something going. Allowed for Waiters. Too deep, and he puts it right off of Charles Jones and out of bounds. And the Pacers have it back. Shot clock at 19.
That's the right call. Charlie was out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a smart move by Waiters because he was in a very uncompromising position there. And really made the right move. Kellogg tiptoeing that end line. Got in there for the basket. Clark Kellogg has 15 points now. And it is the Pacers leading the Bulls by a point, 69-68. Here's Matthews. Daly. Open. Nope. Oh, somebody went down hard there. Bulls came. Matthews went down hard. Pacers came out of there with it. Seasting, Waiters driving. Shot block. Jones, foul.
The Bulls are not moving the ball, Bill. They're coming down. One man is controlling it for 7 or 8 seconds. They're not moving the ball from side to side, making the defense go. Waiters drives to the basket. There's the call. They said he fouled him.
And that now puts the bonus in effect at 4:52. And Granville Waiters to the foul line. Hits that first one. He's on the board. Did not score in the first half. And on the year, he was 1 for 6. He off a horrendous free throw.
17%.
That won't get the job done. But right here, he doubles his free throw output for the season. in one trip to the line. How many players can say they did that? Especially like 9 games into the campaign. Pass in the direction. Kellogg tried for the steal, committed a foul in the process. Thought he had it cleanly, but Kellogg gets the foul, and that is his second. 4th on the Pacers. Bonus in effect already for Indiana at 4:52. Now we're down to 4:43 here in the 3rd quarter. Matthews. Here's Woolridge. Pulls up and a long one. Nope. Tipped against the board. Kept alive. And the Bulls get it back. Quinton Daly. Now he lost it. Seasting. Pacers on the break. Seasting all the way. Bounce pass underneath. Kellogg the fake. Whistle as he put it up. And I think it'll be Charles Jones once again. His 4th.
Good pass by Seasting. Down low. There's Kellogg. He's all alone, but he can't find the handle on the ball. Then he goes up and lays it over his head just off the rim. He'll have 2.
So Kellogg steps to the foul line where he'll try to improve on his total numbers to the moment.
Thus far this year, he's shooting 80% from the free throw line, but as we pointed out, Clark Kellogg earlier had arthroscopic surgery on his knee, and he's just coming back. This is only his 2nd game.
Saw Michael Jordan just coming back into the Bulls lineup.
That's a good move, too. You're down by 4, could be down by 5. You can dig yourself a hole if you get down by 10, so he comes back. Kevin comes back with Michael Jordan.
Kevin was upset about something, and then George Irvin off the bench and say, hey, let him shoot the free throws. Enough already. Kellogg puts that second one in. He's now 3 for 3 from the stripe, good for 17 points.
23-10. The Pacers have outscored the Bulls this second half.
Feed to Charles Jones. Granville Waiters well out on him. So you have Stepanovic right now covering Corzine, and Waiters is working on Charles Jones. A long one by Matthews, and boy, he hit a big shot right there.
That's right.
That's 4 points for Wes Matthews. It's the Pacers by 3. Kellogg. Waiters. Stepanovic will take that one. How many times did you see that being from Missouri? How many times did you see him hit that shot when he was playing for North Stewart?
He wasn't that good. He couldn't turn and face a man and take it up. He's improved tremendously. That's a tough shot to block.
Oh, it really is. Daly misses on the shot, and Stepanovic has the rebound. And look out now, the Pacers could build their lead to 7 if they score here. Stepanovic. For a moment, I thought he was going to shoot that. Kellogg. As the Pacers are in their offense. Kellogg off of the glass with a magnificent shot. And the Pacers are now up by 7, and they've run off a good string. Approaching the 3-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. The Bulls are behind. Jordan. They double him. Matthews is wide open. He'll shoot it. Makes it. Well, the Bulls are finding themselves with Matthews having some easy opportunities. Pacers back the other way, and Stepanovic gets a foul. Corzine trying to get back. And the Chicago Bulls will call timeout. Corzine will get the foul. And we'll take timeout with 2:55 remaining in the 3rd. It's the Pacers by 5. Well, we've seen a lot of this guy right here, Steve Stepanovic. Here he is again on the drive. Dave Corzine trying to get back to cover him. Stipo has proven all kinds of problems. There was the foul we just saw when we broke away.
That's a tough foul. Corzine is saying, what do I have to do? I'm running away from him. He's running up my back, and they still call the foul.
So Stepanovic will go to the foul line here. He has 11 on the night. 3 for 4 from the free throw line for Steve. Was very much heralded. He came in one of the most difficult positions that a player has ever come into in this league. He was the other good center, the guy who was drafted behind Ralph Sampson, the guy that nobody wanted.
Whatever happened to Ralph Sampson?
Yeah, the guy supposedly that nobody wanted. But Steve Stepanovic, I'll tell you, has turned into a good player in this league. Pressure defense. Bulls get it across, 79-72, 7-point lead.
The Bulls have not been moving the ball. 1 or 2 people handle it, and it goes up in the air.
Oh, Jordan trying for the backdoor lob that time, and it was just out of his reach.
Yeah, but it's not really a percentage of pass to be tempting when you're down like this.
Williams, Vern Fleming made a cut. They're trying to open it up for the guards running the baseline a little bit here. They think they can get a post up on Fleming there, or on Matthews rather. There it is. Fleming missed the shot. Out of bounds. Chicago gets it back. They're looking to post Matthews here, I think. Now, wait a minute. The whistle sounds as the Bulls are driving. And now they say a substitute. Orlando Woolridge is waiting to come in. The horn never sounded. Now what's the deal? Apparently they can't bring him in. The horn never sounded. Woolridge was there and then wanted to come into the lineup. Now, I don't. Apparently.
And now he doesn't come in.
Yeah. Now they can't bring him in. So they'll have to wait. Down to 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's the Pacers 79-72 over the Chicago Bulls. Bulls led by 6 at the half. But this third quarter has been all Pacers. Here's Daly going off of the glass. That time they got it in there a little deeper. Daly with 20. That's his first basket.
And there were 5 passes before they took the shot, which means Indiana had to work.
Thomas off of the glass and gets it. Driving right up the gut. Thomas has 11. Bulls back the other way. Matthews all the way. Bails it out. Whistle as Daly let the shot go. It came before the whistle, and Vern Fleming is called for the foul. Fleming picks
There's
up
a
his
drive. Good pass outside, but the foul occurred on the jump.
That also is the 5th team foul.
Kevin Lockery comes back with Orlando Woolridge. He doesn't want to get this ball game too far out of control. He trails by 7 now, and if Matthews can hit these two, he'll be down by 5. But he doesn't want to let Indiana get a 10 or 12 point lead this quarter.
So Charles Jones goes to the bench.
Big shot to miss.
And Matthews is an excellent free throw shooter. He doesn't miss many. Over 80%, nearly 85% from the foul line. Gets that second one. He has 7. And now the Bulls find themselves trailing by 6. Stepanovic. You have to look out. You can pull up and just shoot that right there. Coming down court. Thomas. Daly guarding him. Thomas spins in. Front rims. Fight for the rebound. Corzine finally got it out of there. Jordan. And they call him for traveling as he was trying to evade Tony Brown. They call him for traveling. And the ball goes over. The Pacers get it back.
And that one you got to go back to Corzine. Or you throw a pass to somebody where there's a defensive man right behind him. Not much that Jordan could do.
Fleming from 15. Misfires. Bulls have the rebound. Matthews, the smallest man on the court, claims it for the Bulls. All the way. Blocked by Williams. A sensational block. Boy, that was magnificent. Here's Thomas. The pass from Fleming. Spun it the wrong way. Now puts it up for shot blocked by Jordan. And the Bulls have a 4-on-2. Matthews kicks it off. Woolridge, kaboom on the slam. He has 19. And the Bulls have pulled back within 4 at 45 seconds remaining for the third quarter. Well, what looked like a serious problem has not gotten the Bulls down. Thomas with a long one hits it. 6-point Pacer lead. And now at 36 seconds, the Bulls, will they try and get a quick one here, Ed?
Well, I think, I would say that just get a good shot. No, that's a they did not want.
That's not the answer. Here's Vern Fleming driving all the way for the basket. That wasn't the answer right there. It's an 8-point Pacer lead. Bulls with 23.
Bad shot.
Yeah, by Matthews. Missed the mark. Pacers have it, and they could go up by 10 if they score. Stepanovic driving all the way. Ball knocked away by Matthews and out of bounds. 13 on the game clock. And they wipe off the shot clock.
Well, Bill, let's be honest about it. The Bulls have not played intelligently the last 3 or 4 minutes. They're not getting good shots down at the other end. They're taking quick shots. They handle the ball, get it up with 1 or 2 passes. Indiana's taking advantage of it.
Tony Brown will inbound it. Deep release pass to Williams. Now Seasting will set it up. 10 seconds. Seasting with 8. Seasting with 6. Passes to Stepanovic with 3. Going up. Shot blocked by Jordan. 1 second. Can't beat the buzzer. And the third quarter comes to an end. But for the Pacers, it was a sensational 35-point quarter. They lead it. 85-77. Well, fans, you ought to be looking forward with the way the Chicago Bulls have been playing, the job that they have done. They are definitely going to be looking forward to getting back home. They've done a whale of a job. And they have the Week of the Stars coming up. First of all, Tuesday night, Stars of the Invaders, that is to say. Chicago Bulls will have the San Antonio Spurs, George Gervin, the Iceman, in town on Tuesday. Thursday, the 15th, the Boston Celtics, Larry Bird, and all of those guys. And then Saturday, the 17th, the Philadelphia 76ers, some guy named Malone, another guy named Irving, Dr. J something or other.
Yeah, the heavyweight boxer.
Yeah, yes, that's right. Yes,
hold him over there. Bird and Dr. J will have a bout at the Chicago Stadium.
Referring to the recent incident.
Here's what happened that third period. The Pacers outscored the Bulls 35-21.
You put it right on the nose, and they have an 8-point lead, so the Bulls have dug themselves a hole from which they'll need to dig out of here.
And they should try to dig out of it slowly with good shots.
There's a good shot right there. Watley, nope. Corzine with a rebound, puts it up, blocked at rim level. Woolridge goes for it. Basket, he puts it in. Woolridge with 21. The Bulls working on the offensive boards. And Herb Williams draws the foul. That is his fourth.
Here it is. Going to go down in Woolridge's column for scoring, but you've got to give Corzine credit for keeping that ball up on that offensive board. And as his reward, he comes out.
For a breather.
Steve Johnson back in the lineup for the Bulls.
All right, and Caldwell Jones is in at the pivot spot. Woolridge, the three-point play is there. He has 22. And the Bulls have cut it down to 5 at 85-80. Just underway, fourth quarter of play now. Here from Indiana tonight. If the Bulls win, they'll have won 3 straight on the road coming back home.
When was the last time that happened for Chicago?
I'll tell you, it goes back a few years. Goes back to when Rod Thorne was coaching the Bulls in the 81-82 season. But first things first, they have to get it done. Bailout pass, Stipo, ooh, and he just beat the buzzer. He just beat the buzzer. He has 15. 87-80, Indiana. Man, that was close. Here's Woolridge. Steve Johnson kicks it over to Jordan. Looking for the post up inside. Watley from the angle. Misses again. Got his own rebound. Long goes in for the shot. Blocked by Tony Brown. Steve Johnson slams it down. Steve Johnson has 4, and they could use a good offensive quarter out of Steve Johnson. Pacers back the other way. 5-point lead at 87-82. Seasting kind of boxed in there. Passes off. Williams has to bail out. 10 to shoot. Tony Brown. Watley stole the ball. Bulls have it back. And a breakaway for Jordan. If he can get there, he's held. Stefanovic just went ahead.
2 points.
Yeah, that may be.
2 points.
Clear breakaway to the hoop. Let's see how they rule on this. Well, they'll use the new NBA ruling there or not.
He gets 2, and he should go to the line for another.
All right. Let's take a look at it again. Here's the stolen pass.
And Jonathan Kovler quinces, he really winces. Watch that. Boy, that's your franchise right there. You don't want to get him hurt.
All right. Well, as they will not have the breakaway. It's 87-82. Pacers will pause here from Indianapolis. We'll be right back. We hope you folks with Lakeshore Cable are enjoying tonight's Bulls game. Remember the number, 326-5105. Give them a call.
Oh, they didn't count the basket. Let's go, Red. They gave him 2 free throws.
All right, Jordan has 17 on the night. Add one more, he has 18 now. And it is now an 87-84 Pacer lead.
And this is what Kevin Lockery wanted to come up with. He wanted to get back within range.
Thomas low, tries to go up with it and spins it off of the glass. Jim Thomas has 15. Earlier he had been wide open on the baseline. They didn't see it or get it to him, or else he would have had an easier basket than that.
Thomas averaging almost 14 a game, so it's he's had some good nights.
There's Jordan with a long one, and Michael goes and gets a pair. Jordan now with 20, and the Bulls back within 3. Stefanovic. Here's Herb Williams trying to drive down on Charles Jones. The ball taken away. Watley with a steal. Ahead to Woolridge. Could be a slam. It is. And the Bulls have it down to 1. 24 points for Woolridge, and the Bulls have come clawing back here. Here's Watley again with a steal. Good, clean steal. Looking, passes off. Jordan to the basket. No, but the foul. Boy, Watley has done it twice here.
Watley, and well, I tell you, some of the people coming off the bench, Corzine's the leading rebounder. He has 11 thus far. Matthews, the leading assist man. He has 9.
Take a look at
Watch
this
the
steal.
play. Beautiful steal by Watley.
Did a nice job, but as we return to live action, that free throw dropped in. The first one by Michael Jordan is on the money. And he's knocked in 4 straight since missing a pair. So he now has 22.
Now defense is the name of the game. You can't give Indiana good shots now.
Yeah, the
really got to hustle.
Bulls have taken a 1-point lead here at 90-89. Kellogg trying to go in there. Foul. Well, Kellogg just put his head down like a steamroller and blasted in there and got the foul. The foul, let's see who they give it to.
I think they gave it to Steve Johnson.
Well, they've got Watley up there right now. Let's see. Yeah, Watley apparently. How about that? He was buried in there somewhere. I'm not sure where. Here's Williams off of the glass and good with it. Williams has 23 points. And the Pacers now in the 1-point lead again at 91-90. We are about 3 minutes old here in the 4th quarter.
Great basketball, Bill.
Oh,
Great basketball.
It's really stepped up here in this 4th period. Jordan with a long one trying to put the Bulls on top. Missed the shot. The outlet from Stepanovic. Down court quickly. Thomas fires and misfires. Kept alive by Herb. By Kellogg, who goes up to try to follow. And it finally bounces in. There's the old shooter's roll for you. That ball bounced every which way and fell in. 21 for Clark Kellogg.
Well, I'd like to see the Bulls take a little more time on the offense down here. Move that ball, get the open shot rather than one man trying to do it all.
And here's Jordan trying to do it all. Indeed, he got a nice move to the baseline. We had a whistle. What was this about? Oh. In the lane too long? A lane violation, or was there a foul there? 3-second violation. Seemed to be against Steve Johnson. That was what the indication was from the official.
Now they come back with Tony Brown. Bulls have done a good job against Tony Brown tonight. He has 3 points. And their leading scorer with over 15 a game.
And the Bulls have inserted Quentin Daly back in their lineup and Watley to the bench. Kellogg with a beautiful hook shot over the middle. Look out if he gets going. 23 points for Kellogg. I'm sure the Pacers have really missed him.
Yeah, well, he's back.
He sure seems to be back. Lob for Woolridge. It hit the side of the board. Hit the side of the board, and the Pacers come out of there with it with a 5-point lead. Bulls have to dig in defensively here. They must hold if they can. Kellogg. Thomas, what a move. Got around Jordan. Lost it. He lost it. It was stripped out of his hands. Woolridge down the middle. Passes off Daly for the easy one. And the Bulls are back within 3, and that's a big, big basket.
He almost traveled.
Came darn close. Here's Seasting. Thomas, ball batted up in the air. Those Bull defenders. Jordan very quick there. Thomas driving, goes in. Shot deflected. Rebound to Kellogg. Pump fakes twice, goes up. Foul. And this time it's Steve Johnson. His second. And second team foul.
Inside. They called a foul on that play.
As he went up
We
with it.
don't have a great vantage point as you're looking at it, but it looked like he hit the ball.
Yeah, although he put so many pump fakes on there, you know, sooner or later he'd get some people up in the air, and he did. So to the foul line goes Kellogg, who has helped himself. He has hit 3 straight and add 1 to that now for a 24-point total. Enos Watley comes right back in for the Bulls. Steve Johnson to the bench, so Jordan moves up front. Here is that contact, apparently. It looked pretty close to all ball.
It looks like Johnson's got his hand on the ball.
Yeah.
Might have gotten bumped from behind.
1 more now for Kellogg, who has 24 on the night. Make it 25. He's had a dynamic night, I tell you. He's up over what he averaged last year. So they're getting a real plus out of Clark Kellogg. Pacers by 5 again. Jordan's up front now with Watley and Daly in the backcourt. Daly, the pump fake, was forced to kind of take a bad shot. Now had a foul called.
That's what I mean. He's coming across. Daly is coming across. And we got a technical.
Irvin indeed got a technical. He screamed on that one. And a technical was called.
But it was not a good shot by Daly.
Yeah.
You know, you're in traffic. You're trying to glide to the left. Get the ball to Woolridge. Get the ball out to Michael Jordan. Let him maneuver.
Technical will be shot first. No, he missed it.
Well, that brings the crowd into the game.
Yeah. And now it is a full house. They were not all here when the game began, but I tell you, they have 16,900 something in here now.
I'm surprised they let Daly shoot the free throw. Jordan's the best free thrower out there.
Daly's very consistent when the pressure's on. He puts this one in. He is 23 in his third trip to the line. Or second trip, maybe, excuse me. 24 points now, and the Bulls pull back. They're still within striking distance. Indiana's had a couple of chances to put this game away, but they've turned the ball over without getting shots. Bulls defense has been tough when they were right down to it. We have 7 minutes left in the game. Kellogg with a lean in, and it goes in. Clark Kellogg has 27, and the Bulls are powerless to stop him. Both Williams and Kellogg.
Yeah, you're looking at one of the premier players in the NBA.
They just cannot control him. Here's Jordan now. Tony Brown on him. Kellogg with a steal on the pass. Woolridge defending. What a move! Kellogg with 29, and the Bulls are on the ropes. At 101.94 with 6.5 left to go. Watley at the timeline, foul by Seasting. Man, what a twirling move by Kellogg. And a timeout is going to be taken by the Chicago Bulls with 6:32 left. And it's 101-94 Indiana. Well, we saw a sensational move by Clark Kellogg after that steal. What did he earn it? Watch this steal, first of all.
There's the steal. Driving down. Reverse pivot. And where did he go? Beautiful move.
At full speed. Here's another, just to give you an idea what Kellogg's done. Look at the sweeping hook over the middle here.
Lays it up soft in the basket.
Watley to the foul line after being fouled. The bonus is in effect now. This is very important.
And dumb foul by Indiana.
Yeah, Seasting got it at the half-court line, and Watley sinks both free throws. The bonus in effect at 6:32. The Bulls have 2 fouls to give before the bonus goes into effect. Then on the third one, the bonus will be in effect. Here's Kellogg now. Stepanovic trying to back in, left-handed hook, and it went down. Tough shot, and Stepanovic has 17.
Yes, the young man has arrived at the NBA, I think.
Yeah. Well, just when you shut off one guy with these paces, it seems like they find another place to attack you on. Woolridge almost knocked away. Daly tiptoeing that sideline. Watley back to Quinton. He'll take it. Doesn't go, and Stepanovic has the rebound.
And Michael Jordan hasn't handled the ball for 5 or 6 minutes.
Indiana by 7. If they score here, it could be tough. Thomas missed on the shot. The rebound, Tony Brown. No. And Caldwell Jones takes it out. Daly. Watley penetrating, trying to go in, drop off, and Woolridge with the easy jam. He is 26. You hear the oohs and ahs from the fans here. Over 16,000 gathered here at Market Square. Stepanovic feeds it over to Seasting, who was running the baseline, but not going to get too much done down there. The lumber's just too tall. Stepanovic at the medium post, and Watley tried for the steal. He tried to double team him. Watley picked that one up. That's his 4th. Team's 3rd.
Watley comes around behind him and tries to make the steal, but they say he whacked him on the wrist.
Common foul. Bulls head. Wait a minute now. Well, they lined up to shoot free throws, but it's a common foul. Clearly, it's only the 13th foul. All right, now they'll toss it in. So Brown will toss it in, and the Pacers have a fresh 24.
And Stepanovic wants to shoot because he thinks he was in the act of shooting.
Feed to the low post area. Turn around by Kellogg. No. Brown with a tip. No. And Thomas. 3rd try. Thomas with 17.
Well, we saw it the first half. Now we're seeing it here late in the ball game. Indiana is beating the Bulls on their own defensive board.
This ties the largest lead of the game. For the Pacers, Watley was left alone, decided to try it, missed it. Out of bounds. Bulls have it back with a fresh 24.
Pretty good move. Let Watley beat you. Keep it away from Michael Jordan. Keep it away from Orlando Woolridge.
Here's Quinton Daly into the paint, goes up for it, and he gets it. Quinton Daly got in there deep, and he now has 26 points on the night. 5 points. The Indiana lead. Down under 4.5 minutes left to go. Seasting's open. Missed on the shot. Stepanovic got hit in there, and he and Caldwell Jones go into it. They're ready for each other right now. As somebody took an elbow. Stepanovic took a very, very good elbow in there, and everybody came out onto the floor and play stopped. Stepanovic wanted a good piece of Caldwell Jones. And a battle for it. Ooh, there it is right there. Jones caught him flush, didn't he? Not much doubt about that. I saw Sidney Green getting off the Bulls bench. Sidney has not played tonight. Probably the reason being due to the situation with him. He missed the bus.
Double technical foul. Both ejected, no shots, no team foul. Because they both swung at each other. That's what he says, so they're gone. Double technical foul, no free throws, no team fouls.
Double technical foul. No free throws, no shots. Now let's see who gets the ball.
All free throws or shots on this. I was mentioning about Sidney Green. He did not play. He has not played yet tonight. He missed the bus and then missed the plane. Oh, Stepanovic and Caldwell Jones have both been ejected from the game.
I'll take that trade.
Oh my goodness, that does not help.
Stipo's been having a good night.
That does not help Indiana. He got a pretty good elbow in there. 17 points for Stepanovic as he leaves the game after that elbowing situation.
He could have been heading for his high night of the year. His high night was 19, and he had 17 thus far with 4:26 remaining. So if we're going to make a trade, I guess that's not a bad trade.
No, it really is not. Caldwell Jones in a moment had 2 points. Those two got tangled up. Mentioning quickly to finish up this, button up the Sidney Green situation. He got here today, but he missed the bus. He missed the plane subsequently. He was late for practice, but he did arrive. About a half an hour late, but he did arrive. Herb Williams comes into the Pacer lineup, replacing.
Well, it's still not a bad front line.
Well, yeah, and
you're
Corzine,
looking at Tony Brown and Herb Williams and Clark Kellogg.
Corzine is back in the Bulls lineup. Here's Watley now into the forecourt. Covered by Seaston. Well, the Pacers do have some depth in that front line. That's where they have some. Woolridge driving, gets the hoop. Orlando Woolridge with 28 points, and a foul was called in there, and the Bulls could pull within 2 with a hoop.
Now you have 4:14 left in the ball game. I think you've got to go to Woolridge. Look at the way he hangs up in the air, and he lays that ball up there as soft as a feather. You've got to go to Woolridge. You've got to go to Michael Jordan, because if they don't make the basket, you've got a better percentage of the foul being called and them going to the free throw line.
29 for Woolridge. The Bulls are back within 2, and a little while ago they appeared to be on the ropes. But they've come back. They've come roaring back. Foul was, by the way, went to Seaston, his 4th. Pacers attacking. Thomas on the wing. Looking, Herb Williams. Williams double teaming pressure. Daly stole the ball, and Watley comes up with it. Bulls can tie with a hoop. Jordan.
Oh, what a brilliant defensive move.
Good steal. Watley stole it back. Jordan in the lane. No. Fight for the rebound. Foul on it. And it's against Chicago. Quentin Daly, I think, picked it up, trying to keep the ball alive.
And you had the right man shooting. You had Michael Jordan up there with the relatively easy jumper.
Daly with his 2nd personal. That's the 4th team foul, so that's the last one that the Bulls have to give now. And the Pacers will bring it into the forecourt. Seaston to Kellogg, penetrating, tries to go up, blocking foul. Dave Corzine. And Corzine has picked up personal foul number 3.
Kevin Lockery runs to the bench because he knows if he complains on that, he's going to get a technical.
Yeah, well, there
I'll
it is.
tell you,
Close.
it's a fine line. That's what I mean. When you have Kellogg handling the ball, the opportunities he has of getting the foul called are much better than someone else. That's why I think the Bulls have to get the ball into the hands of Michael Jordan and Orlando Woolridge,
where they can do some damage. And they're both very strong rebounders, too. If they miss a shot, they're close to the hoop. They can still keep it alive. Pacers.
Big hoop, Bill. This is a big hoop.
Right here. We're down to 3:22. Pacers by 4 at 107-103. Watley, the lob for Woolridge. He's in there deep. Goes up for it. Off of the glass. Gets it. Orlando Woolridge, 31 points. His top performance of the year in a Bulls uniform. Goes over 30 that he had in the first, I think it was first Bulls home game against Milwaukee. Williams into traffic. Thomas trying to go to the goal. He traveled with it. The Bulls could tie as they get the ball back. They'll be playing the tie here if they score. Key turnover against Indiana.
Played good defense. Bulls played good defense. They denied the ball, made it tough on him. Come on, Clinton. Give it to Michael.
He has a lot of room, fires and ties it. Great shot, huh, Quentin?
Okay, that's a great shot.
Well, Quentin Daly now has 28, and it's tied at 107. That's the type of shot that Daly made all last year. Seasting breaks the tie. He has 7 now, and it's a 109-107 Pacer lead.
How about that for a clutch shot from a guy that doesn't take many shots?
Yeah, and a superb shooter, though. Seasting shooting came in tonight at 55%. He can drill it. But you're right, he doesn't shoot that much, but boy, he's effective when he does. Watley spinning, gets around Seasting, a lobbing shot. No! Jordan with a rebound, pump fake, foul. Thomas. And for Thomas, that will be his fourth. See him battling for it up there. And Jordan shows that good move. Look at that pump fake. He almost put it in on top of everything else. Jordan at the foul line manages to put it in. Indiana's going to call timeout here. And we will pause. 2:09 remaining in the game. It's the Pacers. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll just go ahead and keep it right here. With a 109-108 ball game. And the Pacers on top. And we'll just think this thing over a little bit here as Jordan has connected on his first free throw. He now has 23 points for the game. And he will have one more. So now what do you do, Ed? They've been managing to get the ball a little bit more effectively to some of their key people down low where the Bulls can operate and be more effective.
Well, you asked the question, if you're out there as an official and if Michael Jordan's got the ball, if Orlando Woolridge has got the ball, if they go to the basket and if they miss, what are your percentages of foul being called? Pretty high.
Yeah.
But you get some of the other people handling the ball, the percentages aren't that high. That's why I think at the crucial time of the ball game, you've got to have your better men handling the ball. And it's up to the guys in the backcourt to make sure the ball goes to them.
There is Kevin Lockery diagramming. That's his blackboard right there.
Those are directions to the restaurant after the game. Big football game coming up, Illinois, Indiana.
Oh, yeah, and that's taking place just a couple of blocks from here. Those of you watching on Sports Vision, as part of that, well, I don't know how many. Do we have 4 games today? I think we had a number of games, by golly. We've been running them around the clock practically. We've been running games here. So in addition to the Bulls game tonight, which will follow to its conclusion, then we will be joining the Illinois and Indiana football game. So stay tuned for that. We're happy to bring it to you all right here on Sports Vision, where you get a number of events.
I don't recall. Who called the timeout, Chicago or Indiana?
Indiana.
If they did, if he misses this free throw, that's a very, very good move.
Jordan gets to the foul line here.
And they missed it.
He sure enough did.
Oh.
Watley with a board. Watley got the rebound. Corzine, yes! Corzine put it in. Enos Watley with those quick hands kept it alive. And Jordan missed that free throw, but Watley broke the strategy.
That's when you know you're snake bitten.
Oh, yeah.
Poor Indiana did everything right.
And the Bulls are on top by a point. Here's a jump shot by Thomas. And that puts the Pacers back on top. 19 points for Thomas now. Minute 44 remaining in the game. Watley, Orlando Woolridge up top.
That's it, move it around.
Daly coming around the screen, fakes, forces it up, and puts it in. Daly with 30 points, and boy, he's hit some tough shots tonight. Bulls lead by a point, 112-111. Thomas looking. They're trying to post up Brown on Michael Jordan, and Jordan claiming, hey, he gave me the elbow and pushed off. They gave the foul to Jordan.
Quentin Daly's high point prior to tonight was 29 points.
Yeah, so he is over that. He is over that, and is high in a Bulls uniform, 44, so he's done the job tonight. Brown misses the first one.
All right. Tony's having a tough night tonight.
Yeah, the Bulls have had the answer to him. He only has 3. gets that second one, we have a tie game now. So now we're back on even numbers again here, Ed. Minute 20 left. The 22nd timeout will be taken by the Bulls. They use their second of the game, and as that timeout is taken, let's take a moment to remind you tonight's game is brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers. Reach for that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By your local Chicagoland Toyota dealers, they've got it right. By the Illinois State Lottery, you could win $1 million all at once. Play $1 million cash instant lottery. And by Chevrolet, who invites you to see today's Chevy, drive today's Chevy, and live today's Chevy. Well, they've announced the crowd 16,920. It's the 5th largest crowd in the history of this franchise. Man.
Thank you, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and the NBA old-timers, too. ABA old-timers, I should say. Watley in the forecourt. Here is Woolridge. Quentin Daly, he'll try to break the tie. Front rims, no, and Williams has the rebound. Tied at 112.
And not the kind of a shot you want. Not the outside shot. You want somebody going to the basket so they can get that foul. Watch this. Kellogg inside.
Front rims on it. Gets his own rebound. Tipped away. Thomas. Shot blocked by Quentin Daly. Foul! Quentin Daly. That's his third. And that puts Jim Thomas on the line as we're down under a minute to go.
Again, the key here is that Indiana has been able to get on that offensive board. There's a shot by Kellogg. He missed it, but he goes right up, gets it back. Now he gets it back out to Thomas.
Thomas has 2 big free throws
That's
right
a
here.
big miss.
He missed it. How about that? Jim Thomas still with 19 points. He was 3 for 3 up to that free throw. He got that second one that breaks the tie, and Indiana's on top by 1, but now the Bulls could take the lead if they score. 50 seconds left to go in the game. Don't forget.
They give it to Michael Jordan in the backcourt. Here he goes.
Driving all the way, lays it off. Corzine, the pump fake. No follow, yes! Dave Corzine with a big basket. He has 11. And the Bulls are on top by a point, and the Indiana Pacers will call timeout. So they will think it over. And now the question becomes, defending, trying to keep guys like Williams and Kellogg from getting in a position where they can score. That is the Indiana huddle you're looking at from a distance here. As Pacer coach George Irvin look over the back of Clark Kellogg.
I think that's the name you might see take that shot. Clark Kellogg.
Yeah. Now Stepanovic is gone, and they have certainly missed him. The Bulls, since he went out, have closed the gap.
Clark Kellogg has 30 for tonight. Easily. Well, he's only played twice, so
here's the last basket. Woolridge,
up to
Jordan.
Corzine.
Yeah.
You see he missed it, but he popped right back up. Softly put it back up on the basket. Got a chance to win this ball game.
Saw a good example there of how good of a ball handler Jordan is for his size. And, a lot of people did not realize, I don't know if the Bulls did when they drafted 4 and 2, going back home for the San Antonio Spurs on Tuesday night. Pacers will have the ball. 41 seconds left. And the clock really, in a way, Ed, appears to be in their favor. They should get a 2 for 1.
Yes.
Assuming there's nothing to really stop it here. Of course, you never know. That could change in a hurry with a turnover or something like that. Brown with the inbounds pass. Kellogg driving in. Blocked it! Jordan blocked the shot and ran out of bounds. Holy mackerel. Michael Jordan almost with a defensive play of the night. Well, it was a great play. Even though he knocked it out of bounds, a great, great play. 20 seconds to shoot. Seaston with the inbounds pass. Low feed, Kellogg. Woolridge trying to cover. Again, Jordan, he blocked it again. Michael Jordan blocked his shot again, coming from the side. And a foul. A foul in the back court as Kellogg tried to steal it. Wow. That's what you call defense with a capital D.
Michael Jordan. He does it all. Made the pass that led to the score that put him ahead. Blocked one shot, that wasn't enough. He came back and blocked another. And we didn't pick it up. We got to
come up and get a quick one. Jordan gets it. He has 25 now. And a timeout will be taken by the Indiana Pacers as they think about it. Yeah. Well, they've got some guys who can shoot it. With Stepanovic, they have one more who could shoot a three-point bomb. Brown will put it in. Here's Williams. Let's see if they go for 3 or 2 here. Thomas, a three-point attempt. Hits it! Oh, a big shot. Jim Thomas with a three-pointer. You talk about pressure. Thomas.
Watch the shot, and he's covered. I mean, they get right up to him. Doesn't hit anything but the bottom of the net. There's no doubt.
Nobody's on the ball. Williams is the deep release man guarding the basket. Bulls get it in. No difficulty that time, and Jordan will bring it across.
They're double teaming him.
Jordan kicks it to Watley. Down to 12 seconds. You see the clock now. It's been inserted in your screen. Jordan driving. He'll go for it. Yeah, he got it! He got it! He got it! Here comes Indiana. Vern Fleming, 2 seconds, 1 second. He didn't get it off in time. The Bulls have won the ball game. The Bulls have won the ball game. Michael Jordan with that field goal, finishing the night with 27. And the Bulls came storming back from a 7-point deficit early in the fourth quarter. They've won their 3rd consecutive road game on this trip.
I didn't think it was going in. It looked to the side. It looked to the side. It rolled right around and went in. Here's Michael Jordan, 6 seconds up. Takes the shot with 6 seconds. A man in front of him, a man behind him. Hits this rim, almost comes out, right back in.
Watch it from floor level here now. This is what you call shooter's roll right here, Ed.
Boy. Look at that ball. Kisses the backboard in the basket.
And the Bulls
Bill,
have